Hello everyone, today we will make something like this. This is called the mosaic apartment because here is something like mosaic and here is apartment. So the main idea is here. So firstly I will made some volumes which is composed of cubes, different proportion. And then we make something soft material around the cube, like a cloth, something like this, and we shrink it. Use Houdini Vellum solver. So as the shrink process, if here is stress is larger than a certain value, it will break, it will tear, became something like this. And here is teared cloth, which is around the cubes. So we will make something like this. So here is the main idea. And okay, let's dive into Houdini. Firstly, three cubes with different proportion and direction. So we pack it. So pack it. We make it as something packed geometry. So we merge it and use an enumerator node to give an attribute called variant. This attribute can give each, if we go to spreadsheet, we can see each primitive gave a certain number. So at the other side, we use a sphere and VDB from polygon. We use the fog representation. Here is the fog, and we scatter point on it. Just 3 point is enough. So here is 3 point. If you like, you can give it more. First, at last, we give it attribute wrangle node and use this I at variant equal to at pt num. So our variant integer number is equal to the point number of the geometry of the scattered point. So we use a copy to points, and we use a variant as piece attribute. It can generate something like this. If you want to change the result, you can just dive the scatter node here and use the global C to change the composition. Pick one you like. So let's get back to the 0.93, which is our choice. We unpack the geometry, so we get the 4 geometry back, and then on this line we use a convex cube to get the maximal convex of the geometry. We will make it as a soft material, and we use a VDB from polygon, something like this, and we use the voxel size as 0.05 and VDB reshape SDF. Here is the VDB reshape SDF. We make offset as 2. It makes me larger. And then we use convert VDB. So we make why we make it a bit larger, because the soft material will be around the cube, so it has some extra spaces. So we remesh it. It's use a value of 0.05. Here we get the result, and we use a none, name it as out skin. And here is one line here, and let's be more like it. And the other side here is we use another VDB from polygon, and we again use VDB reshape SDF and VDB smooth. Why we smooth it? Because I find the cube, the sharp edge cube, is not achieve some great result. So I choose to make some round edge geometry to as an inside collision object. We convert VDB, and here is the result, and here, okay, and short. And we get our out collision. So as inside the Vellum constraint node, there is let's go back to frame 1. Here is a 5 node to get our setup right. First we use a Vellum class, and we use certain values. No. Firstly, we have to fracture the edge. We plug edge fracture out skin, and with the 666 piece fractured, we can see the result. We want the piece to be fractured like this. Okay, and we use a Vellum class to set up the base class, and the edge fracture to the first one, and the out collision to the third one. And we use a Vellum weld, which controls the tiered object. This is how the thing is welded. So we define the breaking threshold as 1650. This is a proper force for this project. If the stretch is larger than this, it will be break, as we defined before. And with a Vellum structure to make the shrink effect, it will create some constraints, and it will put the geometry in towards our collision geometry, so it creates a shrink effect. Okay, and here is our Vellum solver. Yeah, we just increase, and the last one is with some Vellum post-process node to make our result more right. So let's dive into a simulation. Let's see what can we find. To start to shrink. Yeah. Wait for the tear. Some pieces teared, break apart. No, here is something teared right here. No, here is also because the stretch force is larger than 1650. So, okay, I will pause the video, and okay, we are back, and I think the 42 is the result we are seeking for. So we use a file cache node to cache the result, and we use a delete small path to delete the geometry, some small geometry, and we use a attribute wrangle to calculate each point neighbor count. If the count is less than 5, we will remove the point, so we can further clean up our geometry. And with a delete small part, and use a pro extrude to extrude. And the geometry is still quite messy, so we use this string, and we use a switch node here. So as here is the nodes actually works, here is not works, here is just for experiment. Okay, and we use a VDB from polygons, and it's very cost number 0.05, and VDB reshape it, make it larger. Here is the number of 1, and here VDB smooth. We put iteration 4 here, and it's much smoother, and convert it. Okay, convert it, and it looks a little bit nice, and remesh it, and we use the number of I think it's 0.02, and here switch, and it's none. Well, actually we put I get the unpacked geometry, this one down here, another none, just another odd geometry, and we make a boolean, yeah, something like this, and we delete small part. Just select the just delete a small part. We can use this, yeah, extract the largest piece, and we merge it, and match size. Match size, we put justify y, here's mean, we put above the grid, above the grid lines, and we use a box to boolean. And this is to make the bottom of this line, just to make it flat like a real architecture, and use another match size and changes the justify to mean, and we soften the normals, and we just output it. Okay, here is the result. I made other changes. I just put some regular architecture facade in around these cube volumes to make it looks like a real world scene, and I export everything to Lumin. Here is a Lumin result. Yeah, we can see here is a scene. People and trees, cars, everything here, and get a material, maybe something metal and glass, metal glass. Yeah. So, and here is the final result. I get the picture out of Lumin and put it in Photoshop, and make a nice morning picture. So if you like my video, please subscribe it and hit the like button. So I will see you next time.